it's Henry at Mowers and Blowers. Welcome to another episode. It's freezing today, 23 degrees here in Long Island, New York. So this mint condition Noma single stage 2-stroke snowblower I fixed like a few months ago. But then we had a couple of snowstorms and it wouldn't start. Sometimes it'll start for like 5 minutes, but then it would just stop, just like it did now while I was testing it. Finding a couple of screws to fit in here because they're missing, but I think that it might have a fuel delivery problem. I never checked the fuel lines, I just assumed they were okay, but if the fuel lines were collapsed, it would restrict the amount of fuel going to the bowl, which I think it might be the problem. And if I want to sell this thing, it's got to reliably run for more than 5 minutes. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to take this damn thing apart, at least the bottom panel, just so I can see. At the same time, I have two purposes today. As you recall, I did go to my friend Alan's house to try to replace the fuel shutoff on his John Deere snowblower. When I got there, the fuel shutoff that I replaced also leaks. The reason why it leaked was because it was an old one that I had, that I pulled from somewhere else. And usually what I do is I just throw them back in a box. I don't throw them away because I'm cheap. I figured I might use it someday for an emergency. But in the meantime, I'm picking up stuff that's probably busted and using them, which is a stupid idea. So I should have a habit of throwing away shit that doesn't work. Anyway, I contacted my friends over at HIPA Parts, and they sent me a whole box of brand new 90-degree fuel shutoffs. Now, the plastic shutoffs have like an inner rubber O-ring, and if they're not made properly, you're gonna leak, because unlike water, gas is thinner than water. So whatever molecular, microbial gaps it may have, it'll leak, such as gas. So I wanted to test a few of them and find one that didn't leak for sure. Since I'm going to be taking this apart, I'm going to have access to a gas tank with a fuel line that goes downwards. So at the same time, my checking the fuel lines on this snowblower, I'm going to also test a fuel shutoff to see whether it leaks so I can bring it over to my friend Alan's place and finally repair his fuel shutoff. So I'm going to put you on time lapse. I'm going to take the bottom panel out of here and inspect the fuel lines to see whether or not they're collapsed and if it's getting an ample amount of fuel, constant stream into the carburetor. And that ought to fix the reason why this shuts off, because it's just not getting enough gas at certain periods of the time. Sometimes it's just not getting gas. I took everything apart again and I tested with my 90-degree fuel shutoff, and not one drop leaked out of this valve. So this valve appears to be good. I'll bring the whole bunch of dozens that I got from HIPA, but I tested this one and there was no leaks coming out of it. So this should be good for Alan's fix. I tested it by putting it back down horizontally again after I inspected the two fuel lines coming from the gas tank to the carburetor, with the only thing in between the white fuel filter. The white fuel filter has more microns in it so that it stops more finer debris. The red one is a bigger micron so that it allows more stuff to go through. So it could have just been clogged. It wasn't dripping out. So I replaced the white fuel filter with a red one. The one going from the gas tank to the fuel filter was completely clear. It was not collapsed. It was a fine gas line. And the one from the fuel filter to the carburetor was also clear. So the fuel lines were not collapsed. The only culprit that I think was probably the fuel filter, which was the white one, and it was the used one. While I was there, I took the bowl off just to check. Sure enough, the bowl had a lot of gunk in it. I don't know how. I just cleaned it like a month or two ago. So there was probably some funky stuff in the gas tank that got through the fuel filter and into the bowl again. So that's probably why it cut off, was that the debris moving around in there blocked the emulsion tube, preventing it from getting gas. So now that I cleaned the bowl again, shot up the emulsion tube with carb spray, inspected the gas lines, replaced the fuel filter, and added more two-stroke mix. Now it ought to work fine. Just sort of a quick and dirty. I always forget, is this run or is this off? Oh, this is choke, okay. Feels good. I shouldn't be pulling. My shoulder's killing me. Why doesn't it start? Because I blew a lot of stuff in there. Spark plug was probably wet, so it wasn't getting spark. I will burn it off, let it run for a bit. So it's been running great during the entire time that I started it. As you saw, I put the bottom panel on and all the screws on while it was running. Might have been the first time I ever did that. Anyway, cleaning the bowl again. Don't know why it was dirty in such a short period of time of storing it. We did check the fuel lines. They were all fine. The culprit might have been the white, smaller micron fuel filter. But I have a feeling it was just a dirty carb again. I just don't understand it, though, because I cleaned it like a few months ago. Well, maybe some bad gas got through, but that white micron fuel filter should have stopped it. The white micron fuel filter was pretty clean. Didn't have any debris in it. So, I don't know. Sometimes you just don't know. So, appears that this is finally fixed until the carburetor gets dirty again. At the same time, we'd had two porpoises, and I made sure one of those 90-degree fuel shutoffs wasn't leaking, so I can just go to Allen's and put it on. I don't want to drive all the way to his house just to put that on, so I gotta be like in the area doing something else, you know? Two porpoises. Anyway, yesterday I couldn't stand looking at my Ariens 1128 snowblower in the condition it was, so I decided I was gonna go and clean it all. So I sat out here for like half an hour and just went through everything. Greased all the joints and parts and stuff. Inspected the transmission area, you know, the pinion gears, the cogs, friction disc, just to check the condition. The chain, made sure it was lubed well and all that. Just do a once over, and also coated it with automatic transmission fluid, baby, because that protects the paint from the snow when you're using it. At the same time, it gets rid of stains and gives it a nice shine. Also clean the wheels too. I just couldn't stand having it dirty in my garage. Yeah, a little OCD, yep, I think so. But yeah, it's too cold to work on significant repairs in the winter here in New York. At least you don't have the motivation to do it, you know. But, I mean, I didn't have any motivation to come out here to do this today, being it was so cold. But once you get out here and you start moving around, it's like it wasn't cold. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Remember to like, share, and subscribe so I can continue to bring you snowblower videos in the winter. Hope you guys have a great day. We'll see you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers. I know, so dramatic, right?
See you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers!